Hey guys, this is a little like troubleshooting video for if you're having reverse camera issues. So this is on like the M series unit. So there's going to be two issues here. Like one, you put the car into reverse, like nothing happens, or like two, you put the car into reverse and you get like no signal or a weird looking screen. So we'll start with the first one. So like the first one, if you're putting the car into reverse and like nothing is like happening, it means the trigger wire is not hooked up. So on the back of our head unit here, we have these, and we've got our reverse input cable, which actually has like nothing to do with the trigger. I'm just putting this in here. So if you have like a factory camera, you will be getting the trigger from the a camera side like somewhere. So if you've got the factory camera and the trigger isn't happening, we just need to check our wires and our plugs, and that we have the, if you have this little box, you have the correct cam profile chosen. So if you have the factory camera and you put it in reverse and nothing's like sort of happening, we will probably need like pictures of all your car side plugs and everything, because we have to check out if it is plugged in and we're getting the trigger. If you've got like a CAN bus and like a factory camera, again, we still will need pictures of everything, but I'll also check that the CAN profile is correct. I'll show you how to do that in a second. I wouldn't on the screen, but those are the two things to fix the trigger issue. And then if you are using like our camera, you're going to have a wire like this coming in. This little trigger wire here, it can always be different colors, but this has to be going to our reverse in wire, which will be the orange and black wire on our harness. So that has to be connected to here. Now it just puts 12 volt pretty much on our orange and black wire, and that's why it switches our screen. So if you have our camera in and you are not getting the trigger, check out the orange and black wire and make sure these two are connected. And then if it's still not working, I'll double check that you definitely have 12 volt on here. So check the power connection for the camera where you've installed the camera. So that basically covers the trigger issue. So now if you put it in reverse and you're getting no signal, that's going to be this purple cam in wire here. So something's going on here. Now, for example, if you had like a factory camera and this was your harness, you can see in this harness we have two of these, 1, 2, because they both go to different plugs. Now, one of these will be probably plugged in on your car and one will not. Plug in the one that's plugged into something. So for example, if this one isn't plugged in, but this one is, make sure you use that RCA, and that RCA will plug into there. That should fix your no signal issue. Always, if that's still not fixing it, check the plug on the factory camera that there isn't any bent pins in our plug, and straighten them out. If they are bent, that should take care of that on the factory cameras. Yep, and again, if it's still not happening, it could be that we have to see extra pictures of your plugs, but that should fix it. Again, if it's our camera, that should be pretty straightforward. Make sure these are plugged in, and obviously this will be going to your trigger, to the orange and black wire coming out of our big plug. So that is how that all happens. So that plug there obviously needs to be in, this plug here, and it's the purple one. So that'll fix your video no signal video issue on either our camera or on the factory camera. Again, if it's our camera and the trigger or the video isn't working, it's probably the connection at the camera end, and the camera is actually in no power, so nothing's happening. Now, we were just talking about the reverse thing there before. So the troubleshooting you can do here. So if the image looked funny, I'll put it in reverse, and you could be getting like a funny looking image or whatnot. Click and hold, touch on that, 4 zeros, and you might just have to change the format. If it's the car's factory camera, it's probably that. Make sure you click save. You have to click save. which was that small little clipboard like sort of icon. So that's what I'd be seeing if like the format was wrong. Again, touch and hold. You got to do this like when you're in reverse, obviously. 4 zeros, 720 HD, 720p, 25. It's either going to be that or that if it's one of our cameras. Click that save, and then when it comes in, we should be seeing what we see. So that is the sort of funny looking thing. Triggered out of reverse. Again, if you're putting your car in reverse and like nothing is like happening, it's one of our cameras, or even on the factory camera, you can sort of actually skip the trigger part by actually touching the F cam, and then touching this little sort of icon here. So that's going to show the rear camera now. So that would be shown. You put your car in reverse, you do that. That would show that we are getting video feed. We're just not getting the trigger for some reason. So that's how you can kind of do a little bit of like troubleshooting there. And then the other thing to check was the CAN bus like setting. If so that isn't like happening, probably like our best to contact us for that. But like, if you go to into like settings, car infotainment, about device, CAN number there, just like take a picture of that and like send it to our team. You might have the wrong one selected, which is why we're not getting the camera trigger. That basically covers all our troubleshooting for any camera issues on our M series units.